Roof Maxx, should you do it or not? As a professional roofing contractor, I want to give you the pros and cons on this product as I see it.
Hi, my name's Travis Wenrich, owner of Triple R Roofing and a Roof Maxx dealer in Westminster, Maryland. You may have been doing some research recently about Roof Maxx and come across a video from Mr. Esch at Joyland Roofing that made some claims about Roof Maxx that questions the product. I'm here just to get some of those facts straight, so let's get to it. They claim that roofs leak only because of poor flashing or nail pops occurring, and not because the shingles are drying out.
As a roofer, I know that the reason a roof leaks has nothing to do with how much oil remains in the shingle. Roofs leak because there are flashing failures, torn shingles, rusty nails popping through the shingles, and so forth.
That is true, but both do matter. As you can see behind me here, I'm about to perform a roof tune-up. Prior to every treatment, we check flashing, we check plumbing vent boots. If they're missing shingles, we'll replace them. Any nail pops, essentially we do a once over on the entire roof just to make sure all those leak prone areas are taken care of prior to spraying the roof. Then they compare Roof Maxx to lotion for your skin.
You could offer me a great moisturizing lotion, and that would help keep my skin nice and healthy, but that would not really do anything to fix the problem with my joint or finger mobility.
What it really is lotion plus physical therapy. The roof tune-up restores the system, and the Roof Maxx treatment restores the shingles. When you pair those two together, it will extend the life of the entire roofing system. They also suggest flexibility isn't important.
Now, it does restore some flexibility to the shingle, and that is a good thing, but in real life, that is also not a very helpful metric.
But in reality, it's one of the most important things to test for a shingle. That's why shingle manufacturers test flexibility before honoring their warranties. In fact, insurance companies and home inspectors do the same flexibility test to see if a roof still has serviceable life left on it or if it needs replaced. The truth is, Roof Maxx dealers use that same industry accepted test when testing the effectiveness of a Roof Maxx treatment. When shingles lose their flexibility, they tend to crack, and when they go to expand and contract, granules will come off, exposing the asphalt. And just like roads out there, when asphalt's exposed to the sun, you start to get potholes and other issues. So by restoring that flexibility in the shingle, it will keep those granules on, pass with home inspectors and insurance companies, and make that roof last longer.
Over time, this tar strip starts to break down and fail. Then the shingles kind of individually start flapping in the wind because they're not stuck together anymore. So if a shingle's really old, it's obviously lost some of those oils, it's gotten a little brittle, and if it's really brittle, it'll blow off pretty quickly. So with the Roof Maxx product, softening the shingle and restoring some of those oils, let's say the same situation occurs where you have a windy condition, it's old shingles, the tar strip on the bottom is shot, coated the roof with Roof Maxx, the shingle's a little more flexible, great. But the shingle's still not adhered to the shingle below it.
Yes, tar strips can weaken over time, but that's not the whole story. When those tar strips break and shingles flap in the wind, shingles that are brittle and have no flexibility will bend and eventually break off. Roof Maxx will restore that flexibility and help them become more wind resistant. Now, also, since Roof Maxx actually penetrates into the shingles, I've seen over time through my experience that it actually reactivates those seal strips. If those seal strips don't have any dust or debris in them, it will reactivate them. The shingles will actually stick together better and hold against the wind. Now, there are instances like acts of God, hurricanes, tornadoes, that no matter what the shingle condition is, the wind's gonna pull it off. So you need to check your rating of what your shingles can withstand. They claim that Roof Maxx doesn't actually add 5 years to your roof, saying your roof will last that long anyways.
I think that if your roof will last another 5 years with Roof Maxx, it'll very likely last another 5 years without Roof Maxx also.
Ohio State University did a study and confirmed that Roof Maxx restores 86% of a shingle's flexibility. That's not opinion, that's science. So it is essentially turning back the roof 5 years. Homeowners across the country have seen insurance cancellations reversed, home inspections passed, That's the proof, not speculation.
You could easily spend 30% of your roof replacement cost on this product, possibly twice, only to have to spend all the money on a replacement in the not too distant future anyway.
Joyland suggests that Roof Maxx can cost as much as 30% of a replacement. In some cases that's true, but it also depends on the size of the roof, the complexity, the region, what suppliers are charging for materials. But here's what matters. Roof Maxx helps homeowners delay a major expense to get more life out of the roof. Because let's be honest, no one wants to spend money on a roof. And roofing isn't just about the price. Even when perfectly skilled roofers, even my roofing company, when we're going to replace a roof, it is loud, it is messy, it is a disruptive process. All the neighbors hear it. It can take a couple days for a bigger job. It involves dumpsters, and we're picking up debris. It's a lot of work and a lot of effort to have a roof replacement go right. By comparison, Roof Maxx can extend your life for years, for just a few hours for the typical home. I mean, this house today will probably take about 2 hours to get done. It will save the homeowner thousands of dollars, and it is less disruptive to your life, and it will put more money in your pocket.
Look, these are my opinions only. I would not put this product on my roof, but I'm not saying there's never a fitting application for it either.
I'm a roofer too, and so I appreciate another roofer's perspective. But if you have someone who hasn't actually experienced Roof Maxx, it would make sense that a roofer that doesn't carry Roof Maxx would make sure that you don't get an assessment and a quote for a great, affordable alternative solution to replacement. Even our dealers who aren't roofers will tell you if a roof doesn't qualify for a treatment, they're going to refer you out to a local trusted roofer. So I think it's important to know all your options. Call Roof Maxx first to see if it's an option for you. Roof Maxx combines a professional tune-up with a scientifically proven treatment. It's affordable, sustainable, and effective. And people have actually experienced Roof Maxx are the reason we have over 18,000 reviews with an average of a 4.9 rating on Google. Thank you and have a great day.